Peace and blessings to all my kings and queens and my royals. Um, Welcome to anyone new to my channel. Thank you for coming. You're in the right place. This is a negative-free zone, so that means we do not use foul language in the comments. We do not put down other people's comments, and we respect the person who's doing the video as well as others that have things to say about the video. As you can see from the title, what I'm going to be shortly talking about is coloring my dreads, coloring my natties. Okay, some of you already have done so, and some of you have no plans whatsoever in doing so. I would definitely have to say that I fall in line with that one. I will never color my natties. When I first started, well, a background for the people who don't or haven't watched most of my videos or don't know that I've been a licensed cosmetologist forever and I'm just retired now. Yes, that was my thing. I wasn't into doing weaves. I was into really, keeping up hair care, and really had a decent clientele that was coming to me quite often. And color was my thing. Color was one of my specialties. I know all the ins and outs of what color does, the different types of colors, the color that just lays on the cuticle of the hair, the double processes which penetrate into your hair and actually breaks down your hair sometimes for you to achieve like a bright red color. You have to go in with hydrogen peroxide or volume 10, 20, 30, 40 volume peroxide. Let's say hydrogen peroxide to break down the hair so it opens up the hair shaft in order for the hair to take on to the color that you want, achieve the brightness that you want to achieve. How does that really work, and how good is it for you? I mean, if you're talking about being natural, taking care of your hair, aiding in your hair growing and staying strong, not necessarily long, because everybody's not about having long hair. Sorry, Lucky likes to jump into videos. It's not about having long hair. It's about having long-lasting hair that's going to stay on your head for a while. Now, again, there are different types of colors. Like I just said, some people now, a couple people that are on here that I've seen that may have like 1 or 2 blonde strands, or may have colored their hair several times before, but as they go on and on, if they continuously do it, especially if they're wearing blonde hair, which if your hair is as dark as mine and you keep lifting and lifting and lifting, you're going to lift the hair right off your head, just as you would if you kept overlapping relaxer over relaxed hair. I mean, you're going over and over and over, and eventually your ends and your hair shaft throughout the whole shaft will weaken, no matter how great of care you're taking care of it. Something that I definitely would not do. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. In the beginning, I was like, well, maybe I'll just frame my face with a few blonde strands, because when I started off my natties, I was platinum blonde. Platinum. Seriously, I had about 5 inches of platinum blonde. As you can see now, I have none of that on my hair. I did not cut my hair. It broke off. Those ends, once they started forming into natties and matting, they broke off, and I wasn't adding any color or anything to it. I had been stopped doing that, and I just started just doing everything I could just to allow my hair to mesh together, matte, and to start forming my dreadlocks. So, I mean, I see, well, it's a character on TV. I don't want to say his name, but he's on Love and Hip Hop, and he has platinum blonde dreads, and I see him sometimes, when he has his roots, and then when he gets it done and all that, and I'm just waiting to see how much longer, is it going to be? And then he wears a lot of styles, a lot of tight styles. How much longer is it going to be before he starts noticing any type of breakage? I don't know if he has added hair into his hair as well, but I definitely know that he is coloring because of the fact that I see the new growth. The purpose of being natural is so that you are natural. You're not putting natural means, we're not putting chemicals. It's different when you say, "Oh, well, you wear makeup that has some type of chemicals in it." Yeah, but this is also getting taken off my, well, I don't have anything on but lip gloss right now and a little bit of eyeliner. But that's not something that is staying on my skin for a long period of time. And yes, true and all, I have heard of people that have worn makeup like foundations and stuff that had perfectly flawless skin and started wearing it often and all the time, and started having all types of blemishes, skin problems, and whatnot. But right now we're talking about hair. And again, that's not something that's laying on the surface of your face. Not to say that if your pores are open or whatever, that it can't penetrate a little bit, but for the most part, if you're cleaning your skin regularly or whatever, you should be able to get that off. But once the color starts to penetrate into your hair, you're allowing your hair to weaken and become damaged. So that's one of the reasons why I wouldn't recommend it. A lot of people have asked me about hair color or whatever because they want to color over gray. Color over their gray. I've heard of some people doing it because they have a lot of lint in their hair, and they think if they color it darker or whatever, that it will cover some of the lint. I've heard that. Or people have come to me and said that, and I've seen it, on other videos. Yeah, but after a while, we're talking about a buildup again. So if we're trying to keep ourselves from having a buildup, from doing a rinse or demi permanent, or something, something that you do every 6 to 8 weeks, after a while, a buildup will form, and it's just like using some of these shampoos, using conditioners, using all these different products and stuff. You're going to have the same results, maybe worse. I wouldn't recommend it. I'm not knocking anybody who does it. I know some people on here that, I know one person on here that I've watched for a long time. I don't see her that much anymore, but she has beautiful flat dreads and used to color them different colors all the time. These like greens and blues and purples and just vibrant colors. And some of you may know her. She used to dance very well. Like, she could do pole dancing. I don't know if she taught pole dancing or if that was just something just extra that she did. But she always had beautiful looking hair. Again, her hair looked fine. That looked great on her. Just something that I wouldn't do. And I wouldn't suggest anybody on my channel to do, especially if you're going to do it, don't do it on your own. And if you're going to get it done by a professional, ask them the risk, the long-term risk of getting it done. I'm telling you as a professional that there are risks. And, it's just a whole natural thing. It's like keeping your hair on your head is part of the process, when going through your journey. It's just mainly to, make sure you keep your hair on your head. It's nothing, once you put that color on your hair, how are you, or you brighten your hair so it'll be platinum blonde or so, how is that natural? How are you saying that you don't have chemicals in your hair? Well, you do. Now you have chemicals on your hair, and you're going to have to go through extra steps, extra measures, or what have you, to keep that color up and to keep that hair on your head. That means that you're going to have to use a shampoo to keep it, as bright as it is or whatever. So when it starts, the color starts changing or whatever, you're going to have to use different products. You're going to have to use moisturizers. You're going to have to use a lot more than what a person would have to use on their hair that has not put any type of chemicals whatsoever on their hair. Again, it's just like saying, okay, well, I'm going to be a Natty dread, but I don't like the way my edges look, so I'm going to go ahead and just put relaxer around my edges, once a month or so, because it tends to just be like real wild around my edges or something. Okay, again, after a while, you notice a difference in your hair. Your hair texture, that area is going to need more treatment, more conditioning, um, more products to take care of, because the way you take care of a head of chemically treated hair and the way you take care of a head full of natural hair is totally different. I mean, it's more involved. It's more products that need to be used. And that's just something that I choose not to do. Now, if you have colored hair and if you are male or female, please comment down below. Let me know what your experience has been in having colored hair. Have you had some breakage? How long have you had your hair? I mean, all of these. Just, I mean, you don't have to write a book or anything, but just let us know your experience down below so people won't think, oh, well, she's just saying that because she's just so into natural this, natural that, water rinses, and, you know, not using any products or whatever. Well, I mean, all my hair is still on my head. So, again, I'm just doing this, you know, as a PSA for Natty Dreads to let you know, that some of the damaging effects that color can cause if you do it yourself, or even if you go into a salon and have it done. Because everybody that works in salons are not necessarily color specialists or know exactly what they're doing. And then sometimes they even have their assistants doing it and, what have you. A lot of times, too, what you'll notice is if you have Natties, the penetration, it's hard to get through all of this. So it's like, yeah, you might have like a head full of different color hair. I mean, all of your hair might not take. All of your hair might not be the same porosity. It might not soak in all your hair. So your hair is not going to be like one even solid color or so. And it's just a little bit harder than if the hair is already, not matted up like ours are and getting the color into the hair. So you might have to think about that. Will your hair be the same all over? Is that something that bothers you at all? But the main thing is being concerned about, the condition of your natural hair. And again, I would never, ever. I love. I'm so glad that I did gray, and it changed my mind from putting a few Natties around my perimeter, because had I done it, I don't know if they would be as thick, as strong as they are now. I'm thinking after continuous use of coloring, the double process, especially if you're lifting, going blonde or a much lighter color than your own natural hair color, that the damage would thin out your hair, and eventually you would either have to, go through treatments or, possibly cut. So that's just some food for thought for this Friday. I've done a lot of videos in the past 2 weeks. You will not see me again until probably next week, because I have a lot of work to do with my business, with my real business. Which this is my thing too. This is something I enjoy doing, as well as my candle business. Somebody asked me to show some of my candles, and I will. Matter of fact, I'll order that I'm working on. I'll probably bring, and then you'll see. I'll take some pictures and probably post them on Instagram or so, and you'll see. There's some pictures on. It's already some pictures of my candles on. You can go to waxydesires.net. WAXYDESIRES.net, and I'll probably link that in the description box below. Okay, so that's my feelings about coloring your hair. Now, some people that I have a friend who has like kind of like brightish reddish hair, and I know his hair had to be lifted to get to that color. And he does wear styles and everything. He keeps his hair cut though. He always keeps his hair cut. So I've never seen his hair like look like it's broken or anything, because he never lets his hair grow past like a certain length. Like, I think his hair is about, maybe right here is the longest I've ever seen it. But his hair is well cared for, and I must say that yeah, he'll stop for a while and then he'll go back in maybe a couple times out of 3 or 4 times out of the year. It's not like all the time his hair is just like bright beet red or whatever. But he goes into a shop that really has been taking care of his hair. So I'm not knocking anybody who chooses to do so, but I'm just letting you know some of the results that can come from adding color to your hair. Especially, like I said, there's some color that sits on your hair, and then there's some color that penetrates into your hair, and that's when you really knocking off the cuticle, cortex, all that. You breaking all of that down just to achieve something that is not naturally ours. I was a natural blonde, but I rocked platinum blonde hair for a long time, but that was not my natural color. This is my natural color. The sun colors my hair, and I'm happy with that. So blessings to you all. Hope you all enjoyed this video. And again, I will probably see you next week sometime. I'm not going to say Monday, maybe Tuesday. It depends on my workload. And I hope you all have a great weekend or weekday whenever you're watching this video. Be safe. Much love and blessings. Subscribe if you haven't already done so. Hit the notifications bell. Leave comments down below. Again, if you've already colored your hair and you just want to share your experience with it, that will help other people as well. I appreciate it. Blessings. Much love.